Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the 815 Sports Podcast. Jake and I did not do a video last night. We were watching Game 3 of the NL Wild Card, Cubs and Padres game. Luckily, the Cubs pulled that one out, and Jake didn't have a heart attack. Very stressed out last night. Before we get started, Jake, how do you feel about the way things shook out last night, and how do you think things are going to go starting in Milwaukee tomorrow?
Obviously, we like how things turned out. It's nice that the wild card is now a 3-game series, and all 3 games are at home for the team that has the better record, because it used to just be obviously a 1-game play-in.
Yep.
But Milwaukee's tough. I mean, they were the best team in the league, basically, maybe since June, July. There on out, they were the best team. They struggled early on, but I mean, their starting rotation is kind of what kept them alive. Their offense really isn't,
It was humming for a while.
It was, but when you look at their lineup from top to bottom, you don't have stars like Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, Fernando Tatis.
Yeah.
The Cubs really don't have many superstars.
Not yet, but
they've got a lot
of on that trajectory.
The Cubs have a lot of good players, and when you surround a team of when 1 through 9 is good, you can win. You don't need superstars. I mean, the Cubs had 3 players that had 30 or more home runs in the starting lineup. Not many teams have that.
Yeah, credit to Dansby Swanson though. He didn't do much with the bat, but
Mike Schultz,
his glove was phenomenal.
Mike Schultz said it himself that Dansby Swanson beat us single-handedly. I mean, let's be honest, the offense really didn't do much.
No.
I mean, they scored 6 runs in 3 games. Somehow they won.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really absolutely incredible. I mean, that just shout out to the defense and the pitching, really. Offense did enough. Bases loaded. You're already up 2-0 and there's no outs. You think that you would probably get more than 2.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So I don't know. It's a 5-game series, so now it is 2-2-1. So, the goal is to what? What do the Cubs need to do in 2 games in Milwaukee?
Win 1.
They need to split.
That's always the goal.
So, see if they can do it. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, who's on the mound tomorrow?
I think it should be Matthew Boyd. I don't know if they're going to save him for Monday, and they're going to maybe start Javier Assad Saturday, tomorrow, and then kind of in the 3rd or 4th, maybe shift to a bullpen game. I don't know. Their bullpen was tremendous in 3 games versus the Padres. I think it was like a 1.57 ERA. But we'll see. I don't know if they've announced a starter for tomorrow yet, so that's why.
How long is Horton out?
Well, they were hoping that he could come back Game 5 of this series, which would be a week from tomorrow, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But he has to be on the roster before this series starts. So Cade Horton would have to get him onto the roster before tomorrow. So that means they would have to, I don't know if they would fake it. I don't know how they would do it. Somebody would have to become injured on the Cubs, and then they would slide Horton in to that spot, and then he could start. But I don't know that he pitches this series. I definitely think Cade Horton would be on the NLCS roster, and I definitely think he could be your Game 1 starter if you make it to the NLCS, which that's got to be a huge boost of confidence for the Cubs. Like, if we get through this, we get our horse for Game 1 and probably Game 4. So it's huge. Winning this series could go a long way in the Cubs going farther when you get your ace back. So
yeah. And I'd much rather be playing the Brewers in the divisional series than the Dodgers or the Phillies, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be tough. Look, they're getting the best team. The Brewers went 4-0 versus the Dodgers in 4 games.
Yeah.
I mean, they had just beat up on everybody. So maybe you wouldn't mind playing. See, this is what I'm saying. The Phillies and the Dodgers, you're more scared of than the Brewers. Why?
Star power.
Because of the superpower potential they
Well,
have.
not to mention one more thing. I think would be much tougher to play in Philadelphia than it is to play in
Sure.
Milwaukee because there's going to be a decent amount of Cubs fans there.
Yeah, I mean, logistics, too, says that the Cubs probably don't have to fly on a plane, right?
No.
They probably just bus.
Yeah.
So playing in Milwaukee is huge rather than having to travel farther elsewhere to play.
Yeah.
So, it could – I know Milwaukee's been getting ready for this year. I mean, their series and the Cubs. But it's not like the Cubs haven't, right? They've been playing. So the Cubs now just get to jump in and keep playing.
Yeah.
Milwaukee has to jump in and just go from, scratch. So I don't know. Maybe the Cubs have the upper hand on game one, but I would think the Brewers are favored in the series.
Yeah, for sure. So other than that, we could even potentially do a video on the Cubs going forward. We'll see. But Thursday Night Football last night, like I said, we didn't do the video. We both would have picked the Rams.
Could be game of the week
The Niners did win it. I fell asleep
in overtime.
at halftime.
Tremendous game.
Of course, I made a parlay for the Rams to win, and a few other things to happen. Didn't even come close. Doesn't surprise me. 92% of the money on the LA Rams, and the Niners win. Mac Jones looks incredible. It just seems odd, but it just seems to happen that way more often than not.
Well, this was a really good game. Both teams. So the Rams were going in to score a touchdown to take the lead late in the fourth quarter with like a minute left.
Yeah.
They were at the 3-yard line. It was 1st and goal. It looked like he was going to run it in, and about the 1-yard line, a guy, who tackled him from behind punched the ball out. So now they're down 3 with like 56 seconds left. And the Niners, it's turnover and down. So you think the game's over. Well, the Rams had 3 timeouts, and the Niners were at the 1-yard line. The Niners got like a half yard in 3 plays and punted with 48 seconds left. And the Rams got the ball at like the 50-yard line, and then obviously in 40 seconds went down, got a chip shot field goal, and now you're in overtime. So it was. It might be game of the week, to be honest with you. It was back and forth. Maybe the Niners are better than everyone thinks. Or maybe they're just a well-rounded organization that when someone goes down, it's next man up mentality.
Yeah. Well coached. They're also I just can't believe how many injuries they
they do have one.
go
They
through
do.
every year.
They had the CMC, the best running back in the league.
Yeah. As long as he's healthy.
So, whenever you've got that, it was a good game. I would have taken the Rams. I feel like the Rams lost it more than the Niners won it. So, but hey, that's football.
So first game, Minnesota, Cleveland, London. Cleveland's going to have a new quarterback starting this week, Dylan Gabriel.
Jesus Christ, what happened to Flacco?
They mentioned him. If he wasn't doing anything, they had the worst offense in the league.
Well, they beat the Packers.
Yeah, like you said, the Packers did more to lose that game than the Browns did to win it.
Dylan Gabriel, huh?
For Dylan Gabriel, the Southpaw will be starting against Minnesota and Carson Wentz. I've got Minnesota in this one. I think they should win handedly.
Well, let's be honest.
They've been overseas already.
They looked like shit last week. Did you happen to watch that game? And
I watched the first quarter of that game.
So we watched the whole game in Florida. They look bad, but given that the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers are a better competition than Dylan Gabriel and the Browns, and Cleveland is just flying overseas, you'd almost be a fool to not take Minnesota. So yeah. I got the Vikings.
So because of that, Cleveland will probably win, but I also have the Vikings. All right, so Houston at Baltimore, no Lamar Jackson. I'm sure Jake's going to agree with me on this pick. I'm going Houston.
Houston still 0-4? Or they
no,
1-3?
Houston's 1-3. They won last week.
That's
Both
right.
teams are 1-3. ESPN just showed a graphic. Baltimore had, 10-plus guys on the injury report, many of them out or doubtful. And Houston, C.J. Stroud has regressed.
Well, the Texans themselves have just looked bad.
I'd say their defense has been fine, but offensively they can't do anything. Stroud to me, has regressed tragically, I'll say, since his rookie year. He just not near as good as he was his rookie year. But Baltimore's going to be rolling out there with Cooper Rush at home. I mean, it's still not going to be easy for Houston.
No. Look, if Derrick Henry goes off for like 150 yards, 175 yards, all Cooper Rush basically has to do is not turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And take what's given to him. Well, I still think the Ravens can win this game. I'm not going to take the Ravens. But I'm going to take Houston. And if Baltimore starts out 1-4, I mean, their heads are going to be rolling in Baltimore. I mean, I understand Lamar Jackson's probably not going to be out more than just this week, right? Because he was
They
almost
just said he might be out next week too.
But like he's kind of close. He's right there. So he's not going to be out the whole season. But I mean, if they start out 1-5, I mean, and you bring him back, I mean, you're at 1-5.
You can make it a 10-7, but that's a gruesome dig yourself out of a hole.
Right. Like, it's just Baltimore's not what we have come to think of them.
Their defense is atrocious.
Their defense is horrible. Lamar's Lamar. Lamar's great. Like, Derrick Henry has fumble problems. Like, but if Lamar plays in that 2 year playing this week, or like in the future, like the Dolphins have to play him, I think the Bears have to play the Ravens. That's good. You do not want to see them on your schedule because you're going to have to put up points to beat them. But with that being said, you know, there's just still a wild card. So I think I'm going to take Houston.
I've got Houston as well. Miami at Carolina. Carolina 0-4. They're terrible. I feel bad for Carolina fans, honestly. They're just terrible all the time.
Just that running backs out.
Hubbard. Yeah, Hubbard. Yep.
He's their RB1, am I right?
Yep. So,
look, I don't know what Miami's going to do this year.
Miami should win this game.
I don't know how Miami's going to do the rest of the year. It is a favorable schedule. I mean, they are playing teams of their caliber. You know, they got the Browns coming up. They got the Ravens. If it's without Lamar, I believe that game's in Miami. But this is a game that Tua should be able to win if Tua just plays good and doesn't turn the ball over. Even without Hill, you've got Waddle. You've got Darren Waller, who Tua loved him last week. I've told you this for years. He loves throwing to big tight ends. He loves it. He's got A-Chain out of the backfield. He's got Malik Washington.
Need a big game for A-Chain. Just picked him up.
Malik Washington will step up. Ollie Gordon. I mean, the Dolphins still have decent guys around Tua. Tua just has to play mistake-free football. The defense has to bend, not break. And the Dolphins should beat the Carolina Panthers. I agree. I would think they even cover.
Yeah, 1.5. I'd agree.
So I just don't know. I don't trust Miami. And I don't know that I'll ever trust them this year.
I've also got Miami. I agree with a lot of things you said. So, you know, as we look at Miami going forward, who do they have next week? Because really, they win this game, they're 2-3. That's not awful. I mean, that's still something you could do. You can still salvage the season.
What sucks is I think after the Chargers,
they're going to play the Jets again.
They come home and they play the Chargers in Miami.
Imagine winning that game.
That'll be tough, but it is in Miami, and Miami historically over the last 5 or 6 years has played really good at home. So, you know, I wouldn't chalk that up as an L yet, but their schedule does. I would say I would border on it gets easier. What the fuck did I just? So they play the Panther at Carolina, home to the Chargers, at Cleveland, at Atlanta. So I mean, they're playing teams that are, I would say, they're just the same caliber as Miami. They're in the bottom, middle towards the bottom, right? And then you get the Ravens at home in Miami. That's a primetime game. And then obviously they're at home versus the Bills. That's a loss, but those two games are at home. Who knows if their record is decent at that point?
They did play them tough last
Then they're at home against the Commanders. They haven't looked great this year.
Shaky.
The Saints,
terrible.
There's no way the Dolphins have 4 home games in a row. That's fucked up. But then they go to the Jets. They go to the Steelers. They're at home versus the Bengals,
That should be a win.
at home versus the Bucks, at New England. So you kind of
you can scrape 9 or 10 wins.
you kind of look forward and you see that if this team plays what's the word I'm looking for? Complementary football and don't turn the ball over, they'll be in these games, right? They've gotten blown out once this year.
Yeah.
You've got to find ways to win in the fourth quarter. I like the Dolphins this week. And that's why they'll lose.
The Vegas Raiders 1-3 at the 3-1 Indianapolis Colts. I think Vegas played decent last week. Obviously, Genty changed his stance back to what it was in college, and he had a tremendous game, especially stat-wise against the Bears.
Probably should have won the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a 40. What was it?
However, blocked, didn't it?
I know. However long it was, it got blocked. Bears are going to get the ball back with like 45 seconds left. Now, that's not saying they couldn't have went down and scored, if not field goal to win by 1. But, odds are that they might have won. But they didn't. But I like the Colts. What's their record?
3-1.
Okay, so they're going to get to 4-1 in that division. They probably are going to win that division, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe Jacksonville.
Maybe.
But I like the Colts in this game.
Jacksonville's 3-1. I also like the Colts in this one. I think Jonathan Taylor's having a tremendous year, his best year since I want to say 2020 or 2021, right there before he had some injury woes. But he's good. I mean, they have a really good offensive line.
They're good.
Daniel Jones has he's been solid this year.
Good,
you can't say too many things negative about him. They are playing Vegas, so they should win this game. I'm going to take Indiana.
Yeah, I got the Colts as well. Let's be honest. There's been a lot of shitty games, you guys.
Giants Saints.
There's another
shitty
one.
Game. Won't probably tune into this one. I don't have any fantasy players going in this game. Obviously, the Giants lost their star wide receiver Neighbors the rest of the year.
Jackson Dart starting.
Yeah.
Correct.
And Scattaboo.
And the quarterback for the Saints.
Still Rattler, I believe.
Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to take the New York Football Giants on the road. What is that spread?
1.5 for New Orleans. I'm surprised they're favored. They're on 4. I'm taking the Giants as well.
I'm going to take the Giants as well. They did lose Malik Neighbors, like you said, so I don't know.
Loss.
That's a huge loss. Who's their other weapons? Do you know?
Well, Wan'Dale Robinson's pretty good, but he ain't Malik Neighbors. Scattaboo.
Who's coming out of the backfield?
Okay. Scattaboo's pretty good. They still got Darius Slayton, but he's average.
So even though these games look shitty on paper, these are all close spreads besides the Colts.
Yeah.
So they might be good finishes to where it's a decent week.
Oh, trust me, there will be good finishes, Jake. Come on now, it's the NFL.
Well,
you know the games are going to be close. This isn't college. It's going to be close.
Well, there's been a couple fucking games. Dolphins Colts was not close.
There's way more games though that are close in the NFL.
Yeah, well, I've always told you they take the points, right? Everybody loves going for it. Take the points. Well, unless you're inside the 2, take the points. How many games come down to a field goal? We've seen it last night. 3 different times the team kicked the field goal late in the game to take the lead or tie. Take the points.
And then McVay didn't take the points to tie it. But yeah, I've got the Giants.
Well, because he wanted to no. Was that a tie? Well, yeah, but that was different because that was going to tie it in overtime. He might not get the ball back, and they might end in a tie like the Packers and the Cowboys. And I think McVay was like, "Fuck that, I want to win."
Well, I respect him. I respect him doing that because our coach doesn't have the balls to do that.
But he said after the game, terrible play call. I mean, they ran a draw. I hate when they run 4th and 1 draws right up the middle. It's just.
Well, the defense is expecting you to run it right up the gut.
Sure. The ball. Matt Stafford had 400 yards. Okay, like 380. The game should have been in Matt Stafford's hands. He can run 1 yard if he needed to. I think they should have put the ball.
They've got 2 really good receivers.
Yeah, they got 2 of the best wide receivers in the game.
Yeah.
They're good. They got a great quarterback and a great coach.
Yeah.
I still think that they could win that division.
Yeah.
So Dallas at the Jets.
I've got Dallas.
This is another shit game. The Jets, I've said it since we've started doing this, they will jet. They lost that game last week in Miami because they turned the ball over 3 goddamn times. Even though the Dolphins took advantage of that and scored off. So they scored off 2 of their turnovers. They took it in for 7. But I don't like the Jets at home. I got Dallas. I think the Jets will flirt around 3 or 4 wins this year. I don't know that Aaron Glenn makes it. That's their head coach, right? I mean, he shows a lot of emotions. That doesn't always matter.
Yeah.
So, Dak Prescott, the Cowboys, I mean.
Well, the Cowboys have the worst defense in the NFL.
Sure.
They have the best offense in the NFL.
Sure.
So I'm going to take Dallas.
I'm going to take Dallas.
They don't have CeeDee Lamb.
I would never want to play Dallas because of that offense.
Dallas is a great offense. They do.
So
they can put up points with the best of them, and they're going to outscore the Jets.
So far we have had all shitty games. This is
Jake, I think we've agreed on every pick so far. Denver at Philadelphia.
This is a better game. I mean, I don't know.
My heart would want to pick Denver here, but Philly's 4-0, and I'm going to keep picking them until they lose. They've got a good defense. They can run the ball. Yeah. Well, the run game with Saquon this year hasn't been as good as it was last year, but you know what I'm saying, the tush push. They're just a physically daunting team.
Look, they just know how to win.
Denver's had some slip-ups.
They should.
Denver's good, but they've had some slip-ups. Give Fields. I don't know. What do you mean, Mason? What do you talk about Fields? You want him back in Chicago? But Denver at Philly, like I said, I got Philly.
I got the Eagles as well.
I think they're going to be 2.
Look, they just find ways to win, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they really don't. I'm not necessarily sure that they wow you when you watch them play. They just kind of slow and methodically beat you up, right? I mean, and if anywhere near 2 yards or 1 yard, they're doing the tush push.
3 yards.
Hurts can run it. He can also throw it. They've got weapons. I hate Nick Sirianni. He's obviously a good coach.
So Mason says his upset of the week is Denver, and then he's got Fields beating the Cowboys this week. We'll see. I don't hate the Denver pick. I don't think Justin Fields gets it done against Dallas.
I don't like either of those. I just don't think that the Broncos are going to go into CenturyLink Fieldhouse and beat the Eagles. I think it's got to be a more high-powered team than the Broncos. Not that, look, if the Eagles are going to come out and turn the ball over, okay, so Jaden Daniels is starting. So now the Commanders are back to being a formidable team. But back to this game, I got the Eagles. I think Eagles fly into 5-0. That's probably one of the better games of the week.
Titans at Arizona Cardinals. So the Titans quarterback, Cam Ward, came out last week and straight up said that their team is ass. That's what he said.
Pretty much.
That's exactly what he said. And the Cardinals, Marvin Harrison Jr. found.
I mean, you can't say that. If that's your team and that's your guys, you've got to have better words.
Yeah.
I mean, grow up, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, you can think that on your own time and maybe say that to your inner circle. I don't know that I'm going to go out and say that versus the linemen who are blocking me. Because I would just probably fall to the ground and let him hit you.
Yeah.
But, yeah, look, I've taken Arizona many times on here. You know, I've said I've liked Kyler Murray. I've liked the Cardinals. But I'm still going to take them this week. But, man, it's just they fuck me so many times. They won't this week. But I got the Cardinals at home.
Yeah, I've got the Cardinals at home too. I just think they're going to be too much for Tennessee, who they're just not good. They're not good. They're going to have the first overall pick again, most likely. Them or the Saints. And but for Arizona, they're down plenty of running backs. Harrison Jr. has found out how to catch the ball again. He looked great in the second half of that game last week. So we'll see what happens there. Bucks at Seattle.
This could be a good game.
The Bucks are without Bucky Irving.
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
Could be game of the week.
Blows for my fantasy team.
Actually, is game of the week. Looking at the schedule.
At Seattle favored by 3.5. Tampa's got a decent defense. Seattle is they play really good complementary football.
They're 3-1.
Yeah.
Wow.
They've got some good running backs. They've got some good wide receivers. JSN's been phenomenal for them. Sam Darnold has looked decent. Baker's looked great. The Bucks hang around in every game. They haven't pounded anybody. This is going to be a good game.
Yeah, I don't see this being any more than just what they've played all year.
Yeah, I'm going to take Seattle though at home. I think not having Bucky Irving's a big deal for Tampa. I think it's going to be close. Sean Tucker and Rashad White. But I'm going to take Seattle at home without Bucky Irving.
Not so fast. I'm going to take Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I like Baker Mayfield. He just finds ways to win, right? He sometimes makes that mistake that you're like, come on, dude. You can't throw that ball. But he's not scared to take chances. He reminds me of kind of like Brett Favre. He just slings it.
Yeah.
If it gets picked off, it gets picked off. I mean, he has no fear, and that has helped them, right? That's helped them win. That probably helped them win Houston, that game where they won. Would it come down the last play?
Yeah. The first 3 games came down to the last drive.
So I'm going to take Tampa Bay. Look, I know how hard it is to play in Seattle. They don't sit down. They stand up every down. They scream. I don't know how these fans have voices because I lost my voice in Miami. But I like Tampa Bay as an upset on the road. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Detroit at Cincinnati.
Wow, this is going to be
I think
awful.
Detroit's going to absolutely dog walk Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say.
This could be upset of the year.
Cincinnati's terrible.
Yeah, this could be upset of the year if Cincinnati
I've said it
wins.
before. They're just a poorly built team. Without Joe Burrow, they clearly get exposed.
Sure.
And Detroit's going to dog walk them.
Detroit's good, and I think Detroit's going to win the NFC North.
Yeah.
Okay. After 3 weeks, I thought it was going to be the Packers. I have flipped. I think Detroit's back. I think they're really good, really well coached. They've got the weapons on the outside. Jared Goff. They're a very fundamental football team, and I would not want to play them.
And they score a lot.
And they score a lot, and they score often. So I got the Lions. I'd probably take it too, 10.5. This could be a good game. You don't know which Commanders team's going to show up, but
Well, at least they have Daniels back. Daniels against Herbert.
are you shocked it's only 2.5?
Well, that was before this news came out. I wrote this down yesterday.
Yeah, but so you think it goes down to a point?
I don't know what it's going to go to, but I've got the Chargers. I just think they're the better.
Yeah.
They're playing better right now. Hampton had a great week last week.
Did they
they've
not
got
choke?
Keenan Allen, Johnston's looked great.
I feel like they choked their loss.
They did lose last week to the Giants, but I'm saying the running back looked great. I don't think that's going to happen 2 weeks in a row. Not saying they would choke this game. It's going to be a tougher game for them.
Yeah.
But just their offense is good. Their defense is pretty solid. They're going to figure things out a little bit more this week. I think they get it done.
Yeah, I like the Chargers as well. I mean, just from top to bottom, good football team everywhere around. Coach, and like I said before, in that division, they are in first place, correct? With the win on the Chiefs. So every game from here on out for the Chargers is absolutely huge because KC is going to get back in it. Okay, and they're going to get one more game. That's in SoFi, or is that the stadium? What's it called?
Yeah, SoFi.
So, yeah, I like the Chargers.
New England at Buffalo.
These fucking games suck.
Sunday Night Football. I've got
Horrible
Buffalo.
Week 5.
Got Buffalo.
I got Buffalo as well. I cannot stand Buffalo.
Kansas City at the Jaguars.
Could be a good game.
Could be.
Monday Night Football?
Yeah.
Could be.
I'm going to take Kansas City here. I think you'll probably do the same. As much as I would actually like to take Jacksonville, I'm not going to pick against Mahomes playing against Lawrence.
Yeah.
Kansas City, they still got a decent defense. Worthy came back last week.
To Baltimore
made a
last week,
difference.
right?
Yeah. Rice is going to come back in a few weeks. And then Jacksonville, they're 3-1. They're 3-1.
Sure, and you know what? They're going to give the Colts all they want for that division.
Yeah.
We probably didn't think that after week 1 or 2, but they are. Look, a lot of me wants to take Jacksonville here because I just don't like the way the Chiefs have looked this year. And this is on the road, and if I'm not mistaken, the last time these two teams played in Jacksonville, wasn't it like a really, really good game? I feel like they've played each other multiple times over the last couple of years, and they've been really good games. I'd have to go back and look. Didn't they play in the playoffs too one year?
No, they played against the Chargers, and that was a great game
Okay.
The Jaguars blew it.
God damn, this is tough. This is the hardest pick of the week, I think, for me. You got to go with Kansas City, right? Until if they lose this week, though, I mean, they're sitting at 2-3, and the Chargers are going to be 4-1, right? Like, not good, especially when the Chargers have a game on you. So I got Kansas City. They get back on track.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. That's all we've got this week for the NFL picks.
So we've got Atlanta, Chicago, Green Bay, and Pittsburgh on buys.
Yep. So not the best slate.
It's not, but they will. I
but
guarantee
we'll
they
still
will
watch.
be good football games.
Yeah.
Many of them, probably all of them, but like 2 or 3.
More importantly, the Cubs play tomorrow, so hopefully that goes well.
Yeah, obviously that's going to be my main focus for the next week. Obviously college football, Illinois is good. They're ranked. The Dolphins are coming off a win, but the Cubs have got to be everybody's main focus, right? There's 3 more games, and if the Cubs can find a way to move to the NLCS, I really would like their chances with Cade Horton coming back. So that's all I've got. Cole's having water must have went down the wrong pipe.
It did.
So that's all we got. We'll talk to you guys next week.